Yeah, good morning. I'm Dave Zhou. No, it's not working. Oh, yeah. I got a baby last month. Yeah. I really miss him right now, but it is important to attend the CREST conference, so I came here from Seoul. Yeah. So today, I will introduce to you one of the most innovative educational service in Korea. The service name is Clasting. Yeah. 2 months ago, the John Kerry introduced us in his speech.
ROK is a virtual synonym for internet success stories, such as the educational network service, Clasting, or the Kakao, your messenger app, which is one of the fastest growing tech firms in all of Asia.
I prepared the video, but it is not working now, so I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. So 2 months ago, John Kerry mentioned the Clasting in his speech as the fastest growth the tech company in all of the Asia. Now there are over 200,000 classes and 13,200 schools in Clasting. This is over 96% of K-12 schools in Korea. And we launched the Japanese version in April this year, and there are already over 2,000 classes in Japan. And we will launch Clasting in China, Taiwan, and US next week. Yeah. So we have global offices in Seoul, Tokyo, and Shanghai, and we established the Clasting America last month. We will be setting an office in California now. Yeah. So today, let me tell you my story about how Clasting was born small like my baby and grow into one of the largest edtech service in Korea. Clasting started from just a small classroom. This is me. Yeah, my undergraduate and graduate major was computer education. So I had a great interest in technology for education. When I became a teacher after graduation, I was very interested about edtech for teaching and learning. So I taught students for over 4 years. I loved my students and I want to be a good teacher. I tried my best to be a good teacher. But sometimes I got feeling that there was some serious problem in classrooms. At first, I could not point out the problem, but after a long study, I finally found it. The problem is this. There is a huge generation gap between the teachers and the students coming from the fast pace of technological development. It is very challenging for the teachers to understand and engage the students. In the past, classes were teacher-centered, but today's education in Korea, US, and other parts of the world aim for student-centered classes. In order to do so, teachers should make effort from a fundamental level to understand and approach the students. Students in today's generation are called the digital natives, and it is very natural for them to use digital devices and see multimedia content. So on the other hand, many teachers are not familiar with the digital technology. However, if teachers give up approaching the students in the way they see things, it will disable the communication within the class. So the bad news is the generation gap will only grow larger than in the future. So I tried using some services in the classroom for my students. First, I tried to using some learning management system with my student, but my students did not want to stay within the LMS for more than just a few minutes because they thought LMS was boring. I could not communicate with my students very well in this way, so I tried to using social network like Facebook and Twitter to communicate with my students and parents, but soon I gave up because my personal life were totally exposed to everyone. And because of this lack of privacy, I could not use the social network service for my personal use. So most teachers, including myself, did not want to do that. So I decided to develop a social-based learning service to bridge the gap between teachers and students. I wanted to create a service with these three key traits. The first, a friendly service that is easy to use even for teachers who are not familiar with technology. And second, the trendy service that is attractive to youth students. They use voluntarily. It is very important. And third, a safe service where there is no ads, privacy violation, or harmful content for the students. So I developed Classthing and used it with the students and parents of my own class for better communication and learning. Because we don't have enough time to explain the whole service, so I will introduce the main concepts. At first, a teacher can make a class and invite the student parents. A student parents only join the class with invitation code or a secure URL sent by the teacher. They can share posts, include photos, videos, files, and links within the class. The members of the class receive notifications when a post is shared in class. We are supporting website and mobile application, tablet, and also smartwatch, Apple Watch, and also, the teacher can deliver learning content to the students at any time, and students can study with the learning content shared by a teacher anytime, anywhere. If they have a question when solving problems, they can ask the teacher or classmates. Usually, most questions are answered by the peers, and the students can also study by answering other questions. And every day, students have to write class notices and show their parents, but some students forgot to show this to parents, or some busy parents like you could not check class notices until after they come home from work, and it is too late to have enough time to prepare for next day class prepare. So Classthing notices this problem were all solved. If a teacher writes class notice and click the send button, all parents and students can receive the class notice directly via smartphone and website, as well as free SMS. And teacher can check who did not read the class notice and re-notice to them. And then also, school administrators can make a school account and send notices to all students and parents of the school. And every class is in Classthing. Classthing means the class meeting. They can meet with other classes around the world that share similar interests. It is a wonderful experience and opportunity for learning to have exchange with other classes, and through Classthing, finding other classes for class connection is made much easier. And so we made cute stickers for students to have fun and rich expressions when they communicate. Unlike other educational services, in the past, the student users in Classthing show a pattern of very active uses. As shown in these graphs, the students' average time spent and the number of visits per month is much higher than other LMS. On average, students visit Classthing 24 times per month and stay connected for 143 minutes. We don't want to provide stale and old-fashioned education service, but instead we try to focus on increasing the retention time of the students. As a result, the retention rate of Classthing is outstanding. According to Quotra, a mobile intelligence company, the retention of global top 10 apps are about 60%. Typically, education service score lower percentage points. Clasting scores 70%, which is over 10 higher than other top applications. And Clasting processes about 4.5 terabyte data every month. The huge data is managed and secured by AWS cloud servers, and our chief information officer who previously managed the server at Samsung's the global department of smart TV. So it is in charge of the processing data of Clasting. This chart shows that how data is processed in each hour of the day. One interesting is noticed here is that data processed most actively after school. And it shows that more time is spent by students engaged in the class-related activities and or learning activities in Clasting. In South Korea, there are many researches done through and with Clasting. I want to share one of the results I find the most meaningful. This graph shows the change of the students' and parents' satisfaction about the class. Previously, students and parents did not like it when teachers tried to use educational service. My team and I have tried many years to make educational service students love, and finally, numerous classes have proven to us that the students and parents have a highly satisfaction rate. For all this, we are making our service together with the teachers. We are operating teacher advisory group and holding big teachers conference for every year. And these remarkable statistical measures draw attention of global media and corporation outside of Korea. I had a discussion with the SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son. He is Masayoshi Son, and about the development of Clasting for future education. We received funding from and support from SoftBank Ventures, and the Wall Street Journal. There is Wall Street Journal. It's me? Yeah, it is. The Reuters and released articles about Clasting as a successful IT startup when we won the first prize in the startup competition hosted by Google. I first met Professor Lee Chai in Korea. Yeah, Professor Kim is the president of Seoul National University of Education, introduced Clasting to Professor Lee Chai, and he came to visit our Seoul office. And Lee was impressed about the high rate of active users of students in Clasting. And next, UCLA Crest and Clasting signed the MOU for the co-research on making better global education. Yeah, this is our next project. The name is next project is Learning Cards. We will open Learning Cards soon for more structured and organized teaching and learning. It will be optimized for mobile learning, and teacher can make a learning card with any multimedia learning content and quizzes. And they can manage all student results and reassignment very easily. And also, teachers can share these learning cards and other teachers. We already finished the development, and it will be open this October. This is learning card screen captures. So we are supporting better and larger scale research. If a research center can get an approval to have research on classrooms or schools by the activity data, Clasting can be utilized to extract important data of users' activities and within the class or schools during the research. Through data mining in Clasting, information such as what kind of content was shared by a teacher, and how did the student respond to the content, and how active was the student involved, etc., can be derived. And not only that, additional data required by a research center can be added in customized manner. In the educational field, the link between school, research and education industry is very important. I was a researcher in education myself. In universities, it is difficult to carry out large-scale researches because it is expensive and needs a long time to have sufficient technical infrastructure or service development. Because I know this so well, we want to actively support educational research for better education globally with our established infrastructure and our system. Those researches and the results can also help Clasting develop into a better service suiting the user's need. As an educator before entrepreneur, I sincerely hope to contribute in making better education through more active educational research and applications. If you have any question or any good proposal, please send me an email to this email address. And thank you so much. Yeah.